Hey,
Hi.
how you doing?
Such a pleasure.
It's great to see you.
We got together.
Yeah, me too. How
are you?
Let's
So,
do a
photo?
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do something. Let's make it happen.
Got it.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is so fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was awesome.
What a great event.
It was
The
wonderful.
speakers were so good.
Well, thank you.
Really?
You were all right. You were
Thank
all right.
you.
Yeah, you
Trying-
did a little
trying to
something.
hold
You
up.
did a little something.
Have you been?
I've been good.
Good. What's been going on?
You know, just investing in 64
I saw.
companies.
I was listening.
Yeah, no, just you know, kind of figuring out how to handle all the attention while building the company.
I get it.
Yeah.
Everybody deals with it differently. I think the biggest thing is you just, you know, I always tell my friends when they start going through this stuff, it's like, just don't get high on your own supply.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Like it comes and goes, you know, there's moments in time in culture that, you know, allow incredible opportunity. And to your point, I was listening, like, just even like the collective sense of responsibility, like it's heavy. Like I felt it too, even like, you know, I don't feel it anymore because it became mainstream, but
Yeah.
like entrepreneurship in 2009 was my whole life's passion, but it wasn't in the world yet. And then it just started steaming out and I was like, fuck, and I was getting attention. I was like, I better do a good job with this.
Yeah.
You know, when you're a beacon, even a micro beacon, you need to be thoughtful about it, but you should also not, don't deploy fake humility. Do you understand?
I do a lot of this, my mom and other people get mad at me for saying we when I'm talking about myself, because it's not fake humility for me, it's more like I don't want to get high on the supply.
I get it.
You right?
That's why I gave you two contradictory statements, right? Don't get high on your own supply, don't fake humility. And I think what that means is like just get into your zone.
Yeah.
Of like kind of like the way I'm like even like, do you know how not fun it is for me to stand up there?
And tell someone that they suck.
I mean, that's not fun. Like, especially in, let's get it even further, in the current environment. And
Yeah.
like it's not fun, but what Maribel will tell you is I do not waver. I do not waver because I know I'm a good person. Like, I know it's good. Like, I know it's good. And so I think you know it's good, so, you know, people get to see different versions of you in different times. Look, think about your story in a collective instead of this one interview or this moment is one thing, which is why I have moments where people don't like me, but I know I can win that game because I have empathy for them because of the angle they consume that content.
Right.
Just speak your truth.
Be authentic.
You know, it's
Yeah.
such a buzzword, but like honestly, living life like just like always on the record, speaking your truth and like letting the chips fall, like knowing that like
Right. Well, we're documenting my journey here. I called Diane DRock.
I love it.
We need it.
Poor girl.
I love it.
Yeah, and I want you to meet everyone on our team. Well, some people on our team. This is
Yes.
Chacho. He's our
Real quick.
apprentice
It's a real pleasure.
because he's smart like that. Christy is my investment partner.
Yeah.
nice to meet you.
Diane's videographer and
Yes.
special ops, and I've known her for about 12 years.
And you guys are here, right?
Some of us, we're a remote team. Some in LA, Diane's in LA, Oakland, Detroit. We have Boulder. Yes.
I get it.
Yeah, so we're all over the place. So we're
Detroit's super interesting to me. It's really on my short list for the next office.
okay.
God, it's been really fun to watch it. How long you been there?
A year and a half about.
You trying to poach Chacho for me?
Nope.
Is that what's happening right now?
Nope.
I would be.
No, but it's really an interesting town.
Yeah.
It's super fun to
I've
watch.
enjoyed it more than I thought I was going to.
Why'd you go?
My wife's from there, so move for love.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful.
So charming.
That's wonderful. How are you?
I'm in a really good place.
Yeah.
I'm in a really good place. I'm in a really funny place because I really believe in what I'm talking about, and I'm so far ahead on the execution that I'm going to reap the benefits of that. Like it's so weird to know like how the show plays out before it does, and I have so much pride in being the architect of it, much more than being the person. I'm way more excited about that I'm figuring it out quicker and better than a lot of people, more so than the accolades of like, Gary, you're cool, or you're not, like, that almost feels numb, and or I think is a far bigger indicator to my parents. I get much more enjoyment out of like figuring it out.
Right.
Like, oh, ooh, I thought of making an Alexa skill, and like I'll get first mover advantage, and like that stuff's fun. And then just the impact. I mean, if you reading my inbox has become, I can't do it. There's too much, but like impacting people's lives, it's fucking real.
I mean, even with me, like you've said something before, where like find someone you want to like be like and go work for them. I didn't really like set out to do that, but in a way, I like subconsciously did that in Arlan.
Oh, thank you.
I work as her like investment apprentice, so we're learning the investment process from Arlan and Christy, and so like that's super valuable advice.
It's super valuable. Like, and let's talk about Detroit. Do you know that Dan Gilbert would absolutely give some rando kid a direct like chief of staff intern job tomorrow because he's a crazy entrepreneur? Like he would do that. And he's a real crazy character, but he's a real genius in a lot of stuff, which is why he's had success. And that kid would learn more of what she or he wanted and not wanted to do in those 2 years and would become a fucking ninja. All on like DMing him. That's a crazy world. That's like, I just can't take these things for granted.
Yeah, we were talking about Twitter today, like how many connections we've made, like everyone here except for Diane came through Twitter. Some of my investments came through Twitter. Like
that was my entire life, 2007 2012. Now for me it's Instagram DM because I'm in a different place in my career, and so my status in that environment, I hit a flow. I just did it. I'm doing it for random weirdness to learn from. I'm just like, I'm gonna DM Flow Rider, just gonna see what happens. There's literally like, and like, because I'm verified and have so many followers, like I can basically DM anybody in the like. There's so much attention on it. Yeah, I highly recommend Instagram DM, by the way. I think Twitter now, and it's great that you guys met, but Twitter now compared to Twitter 2007, 8, 9 is different. Supply and demand of noise. 2007, 8, 9, you just have to understand, it was like 89 to 95% connection.
Yeah.
Like if you hit up Andreessen or anything, it was up 90%. It was crazy to watch. I think Instagram DM is kind of similar right now.
Yeah.
Like 50, 60% of the time you can make a relationship.
You know, when you were talking about Dan, like hiring someone, I know we have to go out here. What do you think about using privilege, like white privilege, male privilege, and spreading that around? Like, I think about if you were to amplify a message to the white males who follow you, who feel empowered. Some of them don't, right? Some of them feel disenfranchised, but
no, way more than people realize feel.
Well, absolutely. That's why Trump is a president right now.
I mean, when I look at it, but keep going.
But so the question is,
I think about it.
Do you think about it? I mean, it's not your responsibility, but turning it into your responsibility could be really interesting.
I don't think it's my responsibility in the way that you're framing it up. I think of it much more macro. I think I am a aggressive media creator strictly because of that. It is not a good use of my time and money right now in my current financial term.
Yeah.
But it's incredible for my legacy.
Yes.
So like one of the biggest reasons I think that I'm spending a lot, so I'll give you a great example. I'll give you exactly how I'm doing it. I think I can make far more impact by getting people to actually listen to me than ever spreading my money around, because I've tried both. So, let me give you an example. I think, back to the reference I made, one of the reasons I spend a lot of time with hip hop artists, like cool ones that people give a fuck about, is because I know that I can siphon that equity to get a lot of kids to listen to me. I basically want to make very, very boring and real attributes the next cool thing. And so I'm spending a lot of money and time and energy to produce content to get that kid's attention to then get him or her to do something.
Okay.
So I think I'm taking that responsibility more to macro. To me, I'm always, and Maribel can tell you, open for business. Like anytime somebody wants to come to me, the problem is I think people are doing a lot of lazy things, like taking his post and retweeting it and things of that nature. There's so much noise in the system. It's how people look optically like they're supporting shit. So to me, there's only two ways to support, high and low. Low to me is money, actually, believe it or not. To me, the easier thing is to throw $1 million at it. The problem is the machines I throw them at, I don't believe in 94% of the time. And then,
You haven't met this machine.
respect. and all you have, like, and to that point, that's an easy conversation to me as long as I understand it.
Yeah.
Right? Like where I spend so the two places in charity land, NGO land, the reason I'm on the board of Pencils of Promise and a well member with Charity Water is only one reason. Both of those guys are sales guys and promoters. I knew, and they had 100% of the distributions going to, the reason I write a fucking $100,000 check each year to Charity Water is because fucking getting clean water in Africa is a big fucking deal. Like, we don't even begin to comprehend what's going on there, right? You want to talk about women and minority issues? Africa water situation is like so fucking crazy to think about. It's disheartening. So to me, that 100,000, so that everybody who donates money to that cause goes directly to people, because I am using my privilege to underwrite their overhead so that they can do that. That seems exciting to throw money at, and that's how I vet things. Back to, I haven't seen this vessel. If I understand the 14, 13, 19, 17 things you want to do with it and how, I can be very excited, and I'm thrilled to set up that meeting for you to educate me on what that is.
I
do that. I fucking do that. But I think the biggest impact I'm having is there's a fuckload of 16-year-old boys right now who think I'm the coolest, and I'm telling them to stop buying fucking Supremes and stop disrespecting women and start fucking being patient and being kind. And I think my impact on that is going to be disproportionate to writing checks.
Right.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm thrilled to have that combo.
Great to meet you.
Good meeting you, man.
Thank you.